Myself the second vice president. Okay, so I am now temporarily taking over the program, and nominations for Vice President two are now open.
Madam President, Madam President, I'd like to nominate Spain for conduct national.
Please, Ms. Sabrina Walker, have you vote? Okay, Ms. Sandra De Jesus, have you vote? Thank you, Ms. Gina. The telephone, you have you vote? And I think I
That concludes the vote for second vice president. Now we need a pro temp, public service pro temp.
congratulations to myself, thank you for. Now we're going to begin the election with nominations for council president. Are there any nominations for the office of treasurer? Are there anyone else nominating yourself for council president? Sandra De Jesus nominated herself for council president. Now we're going to close the nomination for treasurer and proceed with the vote. Would you like to say a few words, Sandra De Jesus?
Thank you for the nomination and hope to serve CC8 well. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we will proceed with the vote for council president. I vote Sandra De Jesus.
I go for Sandra.
What is the vote?
Sandra.
Sarah?
Yes, I go for Sandra.
Congratulations, Sandra De Jesus, elected to serve as our council president for 2020. Now we will proceed with election and nominations for council recording secretary. Are there any nominations for a recording secretary?
Gina Stefano.
Gina? Anyone else running for recording secretary? Nominations are closed. Gina Stratton, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you for the nomination and I'm looking forward to serving.
Now we will proceed with the voting for recording secretary for CCA. I vote Gina Stratton.
I vote Gina
Farah Hussein.
Yes, I vote for Gina State. I vote for Gina Stanton.
Gina. Welcome Gina Staton to, the Recording Secretary. Now we adjourn. Motion closed.
Second. It is now 6:35.
Time is now 6:35. Again, with our regular council meeting.
Business is first. The president decides. Okay, I will start.
Okay, so we are moving on to our business meeting, so there being for my speak earlier.
Secretary 35.
Okay, so now we'll do the roll call for, our business meeting and Ms. Recording Secretary. That is your job.
Hold on.
And we any roll call, Farah Hussein,
Present.
Latoya Lumen, Sabrina Rosa,
Present.
Angela Vasquez, Anthony, Eugene President, Mr. Washington, not present, Davis. Sorry, my version is not there, not present, and Sherrod,
Okay.
all laughing. Not present. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Gold.
Present.
One, two, three, four, five, six present, one, two, three, four. That includes roll call.
And so I think, given the time on the agenda, we should begin by introducing ourselves and sort of get to know each other as a new council. As you all know, I'm Farah Hussein. I've been on this council for a long time. I don't know. Yeah. So that's why I thought we were going to be like tomorrow.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Lourdes Duveau. I am the board president appointee and just elected vice president on Christmas Day.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Latoya Coleman. I'm a returning member. Forward to working with everyone to continue working.
Sandra De Jesus, elected to the CEC and also returning to the CEC.
So good evening, everyone. I'm Jane Stegan. This is newly elected to CEC and newly elected secretary.
So according to our agenda, we're supposed to be discussing the calendar meetings for the next year, for the next school year, and the budget, and the student liaison list. How many of you feel comfortable doing this in the first meeting? So I'm going to the calendar. Please bear with us, we're trying to figure out a few things, thank you. All right, members, if you want to take a moment to look to the calendar and see if you agree with the dates, and we can take a vote, and if we disagree moving forward, we can always amend it. Yes. We're gonna put on it as this, and we will amend. Thank you, members, are we ready? Okay, Ms. Madam Secretary, you will not take the vote, call items by his name and see that they vote. Do you vote to accept the calendar?
So this is for the board to accept the calendar for the 2021-22 school year. Barrett, Spain, how do you vote?
Yes.
Oh,
I second.
Mr. Farrar, yes?
Yes.
Latoya? Coleman, Sabrina Roshan,
Yes.
Angela Vasquez, absent. James Dean, I vote yes. Crystal Robinson, absent. Simon A. Jesus. Ismail Mendoza, absent. Sharaf Al-Bati, absent. And Lloyd Chabot.
Yes.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 yes, and 4 absent.
Yes. The motion passed.
The motion passed.
This thing, okay. And now we are supposed to be working on the school uniform. I, yes, I do think we should figure it out. What it was. Yeah. So a motion, do we have a motion to vote to table the school uniform?
Second.
Madam Secretary, will you please take the vote? The liaison, please table the liaison.
Okay, so this is a vote to, for the vote on the motion to take the voting on the school year calendar. Liaison, excuse me. So Paris Spade.
Yes.
Ms. William Coleman.
Yes.
Sabrina Rocha.
Yes.
And then Maria Bella, absent. James Stephen A. vote yes. Crystal Robinson, absent. Simon A. Jesus. Ismail Manson is absent. Sarah Al-Bati is absent. And Lloyd Chabot.
Yes.
And the motion is we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 yes, 4 absent, motion passes.
Okay, and next on the agenda, we have, there's a resolution to allocate the budget. Do we have any information on that, or how do we do it?
You can read out.
So I think because we are such a new body and we have, new challenges in terms of live streaming and, also being in person, which means that the CC will have to meet. So I motion, well, I would like for us to table, the resolution, the allocation of the budget, so that we can discuss it.
Motion to table the resolution, first allocation for the school year 2021-2020.
Who motion?
Sandra, I motion, Sandra second.
This is a motion to vote on the motion to table the budget for, the next meeting. Paris Spade, how do you vote?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Sabrina Rocio?
Yes.
I want you to know, so we have to take a vote again because we did it for one meeting. Because usually CC8 has calendar meeting first, that's why we have to do this today. So whatever votes we just took, we need to do it again. So, yeah, yes. So right now, unless anybody else has any other kind of business that we need to discuss, we need to adjourn this meeting.
Motion to adjourn. And the time now is 6:51.
Roll call for the adjournment of the meeting, please.
For the vote on the adjournment of the meeting, Karen Spin.
Yes.
We're voting on that. Lisa Coleman.
Yes.
Sabrina Rocio.
Yes.
Adele from last one absent. Gina Stevens, yes. Mr. Barber absent. Peggy Bruce.
Yes.
Ismail Nanda absent. Rocco Levy absent. What is your vote?
Yes.
6 yes, 4 absent, motion passes.
Just for you, next meeting, when they starting, whatever we're doing, you can just change it out. Change the time on the vote. You're gonna take the whole thing again, it's gonna be, the same. Just change the time
Okay.
of, who's second. Instead of voting the whole thing again.
Okay, so now we are moving on to our calendar meeting. Which next month we will discuss the calendar meeting. Now, we are turning this meeting to order at 6:53 on Wednesday, July 14, 2021. Madam Secretary, will you please do the roll call?
This is roll call for calendar meeting of July 14, 2021. Karen Spin.
Yes. I'm present.
Lisa Coleman. Sabrina Rocio. Adele Vasquez. Absent. Gina Stevens present. Crystal Robinson absent. Sonia Peggy Bruce. Ismail Nanda absent. Rocco Levy absent. Where's your vote? We have 6 present, 4 absent.
So before we continue with the meeting, Mr. Bumara, who would like to say a few words. Thank you for allowing us.
How are you?
Stand right here? Right. Okay.
A little bit further, Cam.
Right here. Look. Yeah, no, right.
Come back this way. No, Steve, come here. Stand. They can see that. See there.
There? Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to speak a few words. Thank you to the CC, everyone who's been involved today. Now, you know, I am very passionate about education. Myself coming from a very poor community, being able to get an education, graduated from college and law school, and don't hold that against me though. I am a lawyer, a working lawyer. So to me, I'm working diligently every day to make sure that we get the best course for our kids here in the county. You know, it's unfortunate, we still have the lowest graduation rate of any county in the entire state of New York. That's about, the state gets about anywhere between 92 and 94% graduation rate. In the Bronx, we're lucky if we get 70%. So that education gap continues to grow. So we have to do a lot of things with a lot of resources to make sure that our graduation rates are on par with the rest of the state, certainly with the rest of the city. Because if not, we're going to continue to have that education gap grow, and our kids are going to fall behind. They're going to get worse jobs. They're going to get jobs that are not career jobs. You can see right now, we have the highest unemployment rate of any county. What COVID has demonstrated is many of our problems, not only with our economy, but with our educational system. And so we have to do, all of us have to do a better job of making sure that our graduation rates are 85%, or at least 80% I'll take at this point. So I'm sure that most of you will have a big responsibility about that. But this is somewhere that we have to get. We have to diversify our schools. They say that on Sundays, the most segregated places are our churches. Monday to Friday, the most segregated places in New York City are our school systems. And many children go throughout school without ever having the experience of having a Black or Latino or person of color educating them. And the research has demonstrated that if they have at least one as a role model, that these kids tend to do much better in school. So we have to diversify our teacher body, so to speak. You know, we have, in the next 15 years, we're gonna have to replace about 200,000 teachers in New York State. And you have a program now set up by an Assemblywoman from Buffalo, Pete Stokes, that provides funding to encourage people from communities of color to get into teaching, because that is an effective way of getting them to participate. So it is my job to make sure that we get the resources, diversify our teachers, to get the resources so our kids can get the best education that they can get, and to make sure that college is the option for our kids and not a life of crime. So I pledge to do as I have since I've been an elected official. I was in the Assembly for 6.5 years, and now in the Senate for almost 4 years. And every time, every day, everything that I do is with thought that how do we get our kids to graduate at 85%? I do sleep about that some nights because that's how critical it is to change the trajectory of this county, where we're no longer worse in all the we're no longer lowest in all the good stuff and highest in all the bad stuff. Unemployment rate here is still very high, and a lot of that is attributable to our educational problems that we have in this county. But I know we have good people that are working to make sure that we encourage this. Now, I want to just give you some more general information about what we're doing in the Senate and what we're doing in my district office. So quickly, COVID rate is now 0.88. That sounds like a low number. However, it's a pretty considerable increase from where we were a week and a half ago. And that's because the variant is running through here like a razor blade. And people are still not vaccinated. We're still the lowest county in terms of vaccination rate in the entire city of New York. So we have to get people vaccinated at a higher rate so they can protect themselves. There's something called the New York Driver's License Suspension Reform Act. For people who had their license suspended, moving violations, let's say, you now have an opportunity to reinstate your license. And this is critical because people need it for their jobs, to take their children to school and for other reasons. The Extended Workers Fund, you're going to get, if you're an excluded worker, I should say, up to $15,000 in benefits. So if you were, and it doesn't matter what your immigration status is, you're entitled to $15,000 in benefits to help you pay whatever you have to pay, including your rent. In terms of education, something that I've been doing for the last 10 years called the Summer Reading Program. And what this is a program where I have students in students in the Bronx, pledge to read X number of books for the summer weeks. And they keep a log, and then they send a log for them. And an event at the Bookful program that kids really like to do. So we're going to leave some of these here. And I want to encourage you to encourage the kids in our community to read and to participate in this program. I've had kids that participated 10 years ago that are now college bound who told me the impact that it had on their lives and participating in that program. So I hope that we can get you to encourage kids in our community. Lastly, my office is now open for in-person visits. And we're doing a lot of work with ERAP. We're helping people fill the application. With any of the applications for rent, if you think you're going to get evicted or know someone who's going to get evicted, let us know. If you want to protect people, or if you're going to lose your house to foreclosure, let us know. So come to the office. It's at 900 Rogers Place. I have an incredible staff that work diligently to help people in the community. And if you have any ideas, any legislation that you want to propose, be it education-wise or otherwise, let us know. I've had bills passed that became laws that were proposed by constituents in the past. So please come by the office, and if anyone needs assistance, please give us a call. And again, thank you so much, Farrah. Thank you so much for the great work you do. And I hope I wasn't too verbose, but I have to deliver a message. Thank you all, guys.
Thank you so much, Senator Pizzabuga. And I hope everyone listening at home, and also when we do this, since it will be on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, they can always get the message and reach out to the Senator's office for more information and to get their help with that. So, moving on with our agenda, I think I will get to table the approval of the minutes. Because we now have
Motion to table minutes of June 16, 2021 meeting.
This is the vote on a motion to table June 16 minutes. Barry Singh.
Yes.
Ms. Coleman.
Yes.
Sabrina Whitfield.
Yes.
Adele Vasquez. Absent. James Stephen, yes. Mr. Rockington. Absent. Maria Jesus. People resigned by Anjali absent. Sarah Babayan absent. And Melissa Moore.
Yes.
Sandra, we can vote on legislative minutes. I will vote yes, and Mr. Yes, and for absent, the motion passes.
Yeah, they never got them. Okay.
Given that we have so many new members and we have not had a chance to really, do the bio, I would also like to move to table the bio for the next meeting.
Motion to table, review of CECA, bylaws.
So motion was made by Mr. Boyd, Mr. From second. Taking the vote for the motion to table the bylaws. Mr. Boyd, I'm sorry, Karen, saying,
Yes.
Ms. Meliconia,
Yes.
Sabrina Rocio,
Yes.
Ms. Ellen Vasquez is absent. Tina Speaking, I vote yes. Carol, Crystal Robinson is absent. Sandra De Jesus. Ms. Manuela Mamada is absent. Sharada Bobby is absent. What is your vote?
Yes.
6 yes, 4 absent, the motion passes.
Okay, thank you so much. So, in the last meeting, we did discuss, the calendar meetings and we discussed the student, data list and the resolution to allocate the budget, and I think we will, the school liaison list and the resolution for the allocation of the budget. And the only thing that we passed was the calendar meeting, schedule. So moving on, now we have our lovely superintendent, give her the floor. Please be so patient.
Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, everyone who's here with us this evening, readjusting back into in-person meetings. Thank you to those of you who are watching via Zoom and on our live stream. And thank you for our technical assistance in getting this done tonight. The state of the district. And so I'll be brief. We are in the middle of summer rising in our schools in District 8. We have about 20 sites open across District 8. And we are in full swing. It is going well. We have very high enrollment in our elementary schools, as well as adequate enrollment in middle and high schools. Our CBO partnerships are strong, providing students with not only academics in the morning, but engaging activities and enrichment in the afternoon. So we're thankful to all the families who have sent their children to us this summer for Summer Rising. We appreciate it. Our Chancellor Porter revealed her principles and priorities for the 2021-22 school year. So District 8 is full steam ahead in engaging in work around the principles and priorities. Today, we had a borough-based meeting with our executive superintendent, Dr. Tavaya, around the principles and priorities. And I had the opportunity to meet with our principals for 2 hours to unpack this work and discuss next steps in District 8. So the highlights are a continued focus on culturally responsive, sustaining education in alignment with New York State's framework for culturally responsive, sustaining education. Really ensuring that our schools serve as windows and mirrors to our students and really represent the students in the communities that we teach. There's a renewed focus on early literacy in District 8. With the goal of all students reading on grade level by the end of second grade. We are focusing heavily on our youngsters as we aim to prepare them with deep literacy skills that will put them in a better position for the future when they enter middle school, high school, and beyond, as we heard our senators speak about moments ago. And we have a continued focus on multi-tiered systems of support. And what that means is students will get what they need to get. And so if they need support or intervention, schools will provide that. If they need enrichment, schools will provide that. As we think about college and career readiness, we're thinking about all of the different tiers of support and enrichment that we offer students academically and behaviorally. So that's my brief July report. And as we gear up to the school year, there'll be more details about our initiatives in District 8. Thank you.
Okay, so in terms of now we are up to the announcement, if you have any announcements, you can do an announcement. So would like to announce this is our first meeting in person. And, you know what, we did this other thing. So, it's looking good. Thank you to, the team at Face and to Brenda, Carla, our pet team, who's like really helping us. And we promise you not this, but it will be done. Okay, so now we're moving on to the public session. If you're in the audience and you have a comment for us or a question, please let us know, or if you are on YouTube or Facebook and you want to make a comment, or chat on Zoom, you want to make a comment, please go ahead and somebody will tell us.
New and I'll take it, and you can come up and ask a question as well. So I did have a conversation with the office of the Bronx Executive Superintendent, and they would like to invite the new members as well as the old council for an informal meet and greet at the end of the month of July, the 28th at 6 p.m. So she did want this done, would like me to announce it, so then you ladies and gentlemen can also know, and that this is going to be a collaborative effort and a way of how to get to know our parents within District 8 of CPC. Yes. A meeting. Member of the audience, please.
Come on, leave it over there, leave it over there, that's a good spot, that's a good spot. That's a good spot right here. You can see it, and I don't have to do my back, no, because you will see it.
That's okay. There.
I don't want to keep my back. So good evening, everyone. So, everybody knows me. But anyway, for public, I'm Dr. Eduardo Hernandez. As of June 30th this year, I served in this CC for 8 years continuously. And I was proud of it. I always took pride in serving the children's community. And congratulations to all of you for being elected. Don't forget that, elected. Then you have 2 more president appointees, that'll be Lourdes and hopefully Aurora will take my spot. I decided to move on, so I'm still gonna continue to be involved in Fire drag me into their group. So I'm doing that and all over the city, so I might be coming back to you guys for whenever there's an initiative going on in the city, so you guys can get involved and get behind it. All for the children. Just remember that. Maintain as long as you're involved that the improvement of education for all the children, not just your children, but all the children. Sometimes looking for the betterment of all children might go against your own, but sometimes that's the best option because we serve the bigger purpose. And hopefully we'll be better to keep all the children to be better. So, once again, congratulations. And moving on.
Oh, I.
Okay, we got questions from the chat, apparently. Very exciting for me. How are the school budgets looking for next school year? We are funded at 100% fair student funding, which you've heard Eduardo talk about as part of his work with the CEC, so that is happening this year. First time ever, our chancellor has pushed for that. I think budgets are similar to what they have been in the past, I'll say. It is 100% fair student funding, but in speaking to principals, it's not a landfall of money that makes the budget look any different than it has in any other year. Are schools getting more than enough funds for all that's required? Depends on who you ask, what school you ask, because we have different needs in District 8. And so some schools need more because the needs are more vast. And so when I talk about MTSS and we talk about giving students what they need, depending on the different areas in District 8, some students need more than other students, and some of those items cost more money. And so some schools are probably getting enough and some could use more. So that question is not as easily answered, but we are glad for that 100% fair student funding. It helps and it certainly goes a long way. But as we aim to meet all of the needs of our students, our principals are very creative in how they utilize their funds in order to get that done.
Thank you so much, Superintendent Joy. Now I will pass the microphone to Mr. Rivera.
Thank you, Madam President. I can say that again, Madam President. I want to congratulate everyone here that's just been elected to their positions. Again, I am your base liaison, I want to encourage our members that are here, and our members who are watching and didn't make the meeting. We do have weekly touching base meetings. Please take advantage of those. Right? Our meetings are now on Tuesdays at 5:30. Thank you. That is a great opportunity for us to get more familiar with this process. This is new to us, streaming and doing what we're doing, but I want to congratulate everyone because you're on, people seeing you, and this is the first one. So this is significant of what the rest of the year is going to look like. We're heading in the right direction. So congratulations to you all. Take advantage of the touch and base calls on Tuesdays at 5:30. We look forward to working with every single one of you at the last.
Thank you, Richard. See you on.
Okay, so I think we need a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
So, Ms. Flores,
So the motion to adjourn will be by Eduardo and by Mauricio Gold and seconded by Anthony Jesus. So the vote on the motion to adjourn, Karen Spin,
yes.
Mr. Coleman, Sabrina Rotel, Donald Vasquez absent, Edith Reed, Diane Harris, Crystal Parkinson is absent, David Lewis, Ismail Mann is absent, Sarah Velazquez is absent, and Mauricio Gold.
Yes.
6 yeses, 4 absent, motion passes, meeting is adjourned at 7:19.
Next meeting?
Yes, and the next meeting is August 18th, right here at PS 138. Spread the word, join us if you can in person. If not, join us in Zoom, on Facebook, on YouTube, and Twitter. Bye.